It was raining, the kind of rain that soaks through your clothes, chills your bones, and hides your tears. I was barefoot, standing in the middle of the road, mascara dripping, heart pounding, phone buzzing non-stop in my trembling hand. I stared at the screen, Mama, again. But I couldn't answer, I couldn't face her, because deep inside me I knew I had ignored her voice. And now I was broken in every way a human being can break. But let's go back. My name is Mimi, a simple girl raised in a small flat with 3 siblings, one mother and a mountain of dreams. We didn't have much, but we had love. And my mother, she was everything. Strong, prayerful, wise, the kind of woman who could look into a man's eyes and see straight through him. She warned us about life. She taught us patience, self-worth, and the kind of strength you don't find in books. But I was in a hurry. I wanted life to happen fast. I wanted a soft life, the good life, luxury, love, success, everything. And when I met Tunde, I thought I had found it. He was older, successful, smooth. He smelled of power, dressed in wealth, and talked like a dream. He made me feel seen, important, special. When I told my mom about him, her smile didn't reach her eyes. She watched him, listened quietly, and later pulled me aside. I still remember her words. Mimi, not every shiny thing is gold. Some are flames waiting to burn you. I rolled my eyes. Mama was just being overprotective. She didn't understand love in this generation. I was wrong. The relationship started like a fairy tale. Gifts, trips, dinners in places I had only seen on Instagram. He made promises that felt like music, and slowly I began to drift. My friends stopped calling. I missed my sister's graduation. Mama would call and I would decline. I'm busy, I would text. But what I didn't realize was I was being cut off, isolated, conditioned. Tunde didn't like my clothes, so I changed them. He didn't like me working, so I resigned. He wanted my passwords, so I gave them. And every time he hurt me, he said, I only act this way because I love you so much. You drive me crazy. And I believed it, because when someone breaks you gently, you don't even hear the sound. Then came the night that changed everything. I was tired. He wanted to go out. I said no, just no. And something inside him snapped. He threw the remote at the wall, yelled until the neighbors banged the door. Then he locked me inside for 2 days. I sat on the floor, knees to chest, shaking, but I told no one, not even Mama. Instead, I told myself he's just stressed, it will pass. And it did for a while, until the day I found out I was pregnant. I stared at the 2 pink lines like they were a sentence. My hands wouldn't stop shaking, and for the first time in years, I called my mother. She didn't scream, she didn't scold me, she prayed. She said, come home, Mimi. We'll figure it out together. But I didn't go. Tunde swore he would change, that the baby would bring us closer, that he would marry me soon, and I believed him. Because when you're desperate for a happy ending, you start rewriting the truth. Weeks later, my world shattered. A friend sent me pictures, Tunde smiling, standing beside another woman in traditional attire. An engagement. The introduction had taken place a week ago. I felt the air left my body. I couldn't breathe. That night, I ran, barefoot, pregnant, crying. In the middle of the road, I collapsed. That is where Mama found me, soaked, empty, lost. She held me like I was 5 years old again. She didn't say, "I told you so." She just said, "You are home now and we will rebuild." It took months. I lost the baby. I lost my confidence. I lost myself. But slowly, painfully, I started to heal. Mama never left my side. She sat with me on dark nights. She reminded me who I was before the storm, and piece by piece, I began to find my voice again. I went back to school, started counseling, got certified as a therapist, and launched an NGO that provides shelter, support, and strength to women in abusive relationships. We named it the Voice of Mama because sometimes that quiet voice you ignore, the one that sounds old-fashioned, is actually the voice that could save your life. Today, when I speak at events and young girls ask me for advice, I say, listen to that inner voice. And if you're lucky enough to have a mother who cares, listen to her too. Because I ignored my mother's voice and I paid the price. But by God's grace, I survived it. Now I use my story to help others avoid the same trap, to remind them love should never hurt. Real love won't silence you. Real love won't cage you. Real love won't leave you broken on the floor. I am Mimi, and this is my story. But it could be any girl's story. So if you're listening right now and your God is whispering to you, or your mother has been warning you, please listen before you pay the price. I did. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe and I'll give more stories. Thank you.